What up, party people? Happy New Year. If you didn't see yesterday's video, it was like 2 in the morning, but I don't really have anything to talk about today. I didn't do anything too exciting. I went over to my friend's house that held a bonfire and helped them clean up, and then I just relaxed around the house today and kind of chilled because I got like 6 hours of sleep last night, which isn't horrible actually. I felt really good for only having 6 hours of sleep. But I'm going to the gym at 8 tomorrow morning, so I'm gonna get up around 7 or 7:15-ish, probably closer to 7:30 to be honest. I'm just gonna leave straight, but gonna start getting back into the groove of things. I'm leaving to go back to college on January 8th or the 7th, and so I've got like 5 or 6 more days here at like my hometown. And I'm gonna fast. I think I'm gonna do a 2.5 day fast. So go to bed one night and then not eat for the 2 days, and then go to bed and then eat in the next morning. So it comes out to 64 hours, I think. Let's do the math there. No, we're not even. No, it's 60 hours. So that'll get me back into the groove of things with regards to diet, because my diet's been off for the last 2 or 3 weeks. For the holidays, and then we're gonna go full steam ahead. I'm not doing any like pre-planning or any sort of planning whatsoever for the new year. I'm just continuing what I was doing last year, but like full steam ahead. Gonna go crazy this year. Gonna make things happen. No lessons for today. Random thoughts. If you really put in effort, people know. Whether it be for friendship or in business or for a stranger, people can discern true effort from fake effort, and you yourself can do the same. You know when you're really not trying hard enough, but you say you are, and you have an excuse to cop out and try, but you know when you're lying to yourself. We all do. Nobody has the balls to actually say it to themselves, though. Another good thing I was thinking about today was I give advice to a lot of people sometimes, and people give me advice sometimes, and I notice like I don't often take other people's advice, and people pretty much never take my advice. And I decided that, well, I didn't decide, but I talked to a couple of people, and it was decided that people's pride gets in the way, because I was wondering basically if I give people advice and they don't follow it, and my goal while I'm here living my life is to help as many people as possible to realize their dreams and grow as a person, then me giving advice doesn't change anything. How can I change someone? How can I help them understand? Because somebody comes to you with some sort of personal problem and then you give them advice, most of the time they're not going to take it. So how can you inspire somebody so much that it makes them take action? And I decided that the first thing is pride. So if somebody is prideful, then you need to get rid of that pride before they take your advice. And so, for example, you give someone advice, but they're too prideful to basically put themselves and their egos aside and consider your advice, because they instantly think that by taking your advice, they're worse than you, or that their ideas are better than yours, and then they don't go anywhere. And some people just take the advice and apply it, but most people don't. And the reason why they don't is because of pride. And so if I can find a way while I'm here on the internet to help people put their pride aside, then they will be more likely to listen to the things that I have to say with regards to helping them. And so I think that that's kind of what these videos are. I don't think I understood that until today. It's more so, are you more willing to take advice from somebody who is where you want to be? Or are you more willing to take advice from somebody who is where you currently are and wants to go to where you want to be? Better yet, who I personally would want to take all of my advice from is somebody who is where I want to be, but has been where I currently am. Because when I can go back and see them at a point where I am where they currently are when I'm watching this video, whether it be 2, 3, 4 years ago, then it feels like we're friends and I'm not talking down to you. And so it kind of bypasses your pride because you don't feel like you're losing anything, because this person that you're watching this video on 5 years ago no longer exists. And so you're more likely to take that advice. It's kind of hard to explain, but if you have two billionaires and one of them is all dressed up in the suit and has all the fancy cars, versus you have a billionaire that is really a good person and looks like you and dresses like you, which one are you more likely to sit and listen to? It could be argued that you will listen to the person that is all fancily dressed because they present themselves better, but you'll listen to everything they have to say, at least in my opinion, and then you'll instantly decide that it's not plausible because they are not you and they're not like you, and that therefore that is not an option to follow, whether it be because you think they're better than you and you want to cope by not accepting their advice to preserve your ego, or because you don't think you're good enough and you don't think that you can be as successful as them, and so you're trying to take their advice. But I would argue that the person who is materially as successful but appears to be on your same wavelength or your same level, you'd be more likely to take advice from, because it doesn't feel like you're competing with them. You're competing with a person who's ahead of you, but if somebody appears to even be behind you, you're more likely to listen to them because you feel like you're better than them. And a lot of people like to be the best. And so if I am here on the internet making videos and I sound stupid and they're low production quality, and then people see my videos 3, 4, 5 years in the future where I've already made it and I'm successful, and they see these videos, they'll realize that they can too also do it, because they not only see me where they want to be, but they also see me where I am, where they currently are. And so they can watch, say, this video where they're at the same place as me, and they know that it's possible to get there because they can see a before and after, instead of just seeing the after of success or the before of somebody where they currently are. If you have a before and after, it creates a real timeline for somebody to like really believe they can do something and then therefore change their action. But I'm sure I'll change this idea over time. But just a good thought for today about why I do this is these raw videos make reality seem more realistic and help people put their pride aside, which makes them more likely to listen to the advice because they realize that this is low production and I'm no better than they are. And then maybe they might listen to something I have to say and it will help them. But that's all, and I hope you guys have a great night and Happy New Year.